One of the strangest requests I've gotten as a name consultant recently is somebody had me create a list of all of the worst men I've ever known in my entire life. Like, my real life, real people I've known, and I was really nervous actually sending it off because I'm like, is this a trick? Like, is it going to be used against me in some way? But then I thought about it and I was like, I stand behind every name on that list. It wasn't a long list, but the choices on there I thought were excellent. So I sent that off. The consultation was for an author and she's writing a character. She said roughly my age. She said she was a little bit older than me and just wanted somebody like more like in tune with like the late 20s, early 30s names. The only thing as far as the entire consultation goes, my list of like people I've known, that was like 2% of it, but she said for her character no J names because that's like such a stereotype that like people with J names are like the worst people ever, which I disagree with. Two of my very best friends have J names and they're both wonderful, but it is like a deep-rooted stereotype at this point. But yeah, she just said this guy is the beginning love interest who like the main gal doesn't quite see through him at first, and eventually she does. And she did give me her top 2 names, and neither of them came from my list of like the worst men I've ever known. So she's deciding between Adam and Derek, and I thought it was kind of funny, like coincidental. Neither of them came from my list of the worst men I've ever known, but I do have cousins with both of those names. Every time I make a video talking about author name consultations, I say the same thing where it's like there's such a different type of fun to work on because I get to think about names in a way I never get to usually. I mean, sometimes I get the inverse of this where they're like, I want a name that feels really sweet, like nothing like douchey or anything about it. So I'm thinking about like the opposite of what associations people have. But usually people aren't like, give me like the name of the biggest tool you can think of. So it's kind of fun being able to like brainstorm tool names.